Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. It is Erev Shabbos, Parshas Vayeshev, and of course, Shabbos Chanukah. So every year we have this coincidence of the stories, Sipurei Yosef, that always fall out during the Chanukah time. It's of course not a coincidence, and there certainly is a connection between the stories of Yosef and the Chanukah story. We all know that when it comes to Chanukah, of course, we celebrate for 8 days, and the famous question of the Beis Yosef, why is it that we have 8 days of Chag? After all, 7 would be sufficient, and one of the answers given is that we have the Milchama, the Nitzachon of the Milchama. That's 1 day of celebration plus the 7 for the Pach HaShemen, and that gets us to our 8 days. But it's not that it's 1 plus 7. We all know it's an integrated 8 days. And the Maharal and the Avudraham and many explain that the message over here is certainly the bigger nace, the more important nace was the nace of the Milchama, is we could have survived without that Pach HaShemen that would have lasted for those 8 days. Tuma is Hutsha B'tzibur. They could have used thinner wicks. A lot of reasons that they could have used the Tamei oil, or they could have used even one flask would have lasted. They could have worked it out. It could have happened. However, Hashem orchestrated the nace of the Pach HaShemen, the nace Nigle, to reveal the nace Nistar. A Milchama, sometimes underdogs win. Sometimes it does happen that Rabim Biyad Ma'atim. Sometimes the 10-point underdog emerges victorious. That can happen. Sometimes you can have a small little nation, the nation of Israel, with so many violent enemies around us, and somehow that Tzahal, that small nation, somehow will emerge. And we can explain it. We have a great army. We have great wisdom. There's a chachma over here. Maybe. But maybe there is something else. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is really orchestrating things. And maybe we need, every so often, a nes nigle to reveal the nes nistar that is around us, to reveal that the very existence of the Jewish people, after so many years of galus, the very existence of the state of Israel, it's the very existence of a country, of Jews in such a hostile world, hostile environment, hostile neighborhood. And that's true, world of Jews worldwide is itself the biggest of Nisim. That's what Rav Yaakov Emden teaches us. The biggest proof of Hashem in the world is the very existence of the Jewish people after so many years of exile, so many years of persecution. Well, you look at the Yosef story, it's very similar. Yosef, we don't find Nisim Gluyim that happened to Yosef. But Yosef, every step of the way, it's clear. There's a unique hashgachas Hashem that governs him. The fact that his father gave him a certain coat, and then he's sold, he's almost killed by his brothers, but he's not killed. And then he's wandering in, and he's told by this mysterious Ish to go in that direction. He's sold by Yishmael and Midanim. He ends up in the house of Potiphar. He ends up from Potiphar's house into jail, then into the interpreting dreams of everything is this perfect sequential orchestration of events. And we don't find the Shem Hashem at all. We don't find Nisim Gluyim at all. Yet clearly, that's what's driving everything that's going on. If you just look with an open eye, that's the message of Sipurei Yosef. And Yosef gets it. Yosef, when he's reunited with his brothers in Parshas Vayigash, he says, don't fret. Don't worry about what you did to me, because this is all part of Hashem's master plan. And that's how we're supposed to view the world. That's what Chanukah is teaching us, is that you need sometimes the big nace, the big event, but that reveals that everything, every small part is part of the master plan. And certainly the things that we're living through, not just Jews in Israel, but Jews worldwide, what we're living through, what we're experiencing, what we're seeing in, around us in every sense. So we could look at it as, yes, the Gentiles might have their attitudes, hatreds, anti-Semitism. It's all true. It's all there. But to understand this, a process. We're going through some dramatic process that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is guiding, is moving things along. How it all turns out, I don't know how it all turns out in the near term, but in the long term, it's going to turn out with a tremendous Gilui Shechina, where the Mashiach should come. B'mheira v'yameinu. Amen. Have a beautiful Shabbos and a wonderful Chag Sameach.